So South Ossetia just had a nail biter of an election. They had a nail biter of an election, and it's a runoff election. So just like France. So 7 days ago, you had the first runoff election. You had the damn fucking incumbent president, the Anatoly Bibilov. Anatoly Bibilov is the incumbent president, right? So he's probably going to fucking win. He's probably going to be the one who gets the damn thing. Guess what? He fucking loses. At least the first round. The first round, you have Alan Gagloyev. So this Alan Gagloyev is going to beat the current president of South Ossetia. Now, this is the occupation government, the Russian-approved government of South Ossetia. But, considered that context, this is exciting stuff. You got 10,000 votes versus 9,000 votes, 34%, 35% to 38.5%, so 39%. So about 3 or 4 point difference. And then the third, fourth, and fifth place is 12%, 9%, and 2%. Nobody beat 50%. No one went past the post. That means it's going to go to a second round. Just like France. Just like in France, you got the runoff election, and you have the president lost. So it's Anatoly Bibilov to win now. He's the underdog, right? This Alan Gagloyev. I don't even, Wikipedia don't even have a picture of him. So who the hell is this Gagloyev guy? His party is the Nikhaz party. The Anatoly Bibilov is the United Ossetia party. So he got 35% to 38.5%. So therefore, fucking 3 point difference. We're going to find out what happens on April 24th. So this election happened a week ago. We're going to figure out what happens in exactly 1 week from today. So in 7 days, right? Today's the 17th and the 24th is 3 plus 4. It's on a Sunday. They vote on Sundays. I mean, I guess people are off work on a Sunday. That makes more sense than voting on a fucking Tuesday. And let's vote just on noon on a Tuesday. Let's vote at 9. From 9 to 5? Yes, from 9 to 5 on Tuesday. That's when we're all going to vote. From 9 to 5 on a Tuesday. That sounds anti-working class. Okay, so let's get into some of this shit here. Gagloyev. Who is this Gagloyev? Alan, I heard both of his parents had got killed in the war, 2008 war. And the 2008 war, it depends on which side you're on, kind of. But, I mean, there is an objective truth. But what they're going to say is that Georgia tried to take Ossetia by force, and then they defended themselves and got Russia to help them defend themselves. And so that sounds, somewhat legitimate. Alan Gagloyev is born February 6, 1981. He's 41 years of age. He graduated from the South Ossetian State University in 2002. He was hired by the Ministry of Economic Development of South Ossetia as the chief specialist of the Department for Supporting Small and Medium-Sized Businesses. Gagloyev ran for president of South Ossetia in 2017. And this year, in the 2022 election, he won 36.9% of the vote in the first round, bypassing the incumbent president, Anatoly Bibilov. He also has 2 kids. This Alan Gagloyev has 2 kids. So his parents got killed, but they were grandparents, or maybe it was 2008 when they got killed. And so it's been 14 years. That was 14 years ago. And then when your parents get killed, it's kind of hard to, tell dude, well, they're just your parents. Come on. The U.S. Embassy, they are on the side of Georgia. They say South Ossetia isn't its own country. It's not its own region. You also got the Abkhazia to the other region, Abkhazia. You got the Abkhazia region too, and this is all in the Caucasus Mountains. So for all you Caucasians, I know you know who. Azerbaijan, Georgia, you know who's got control of Caucasus Mountains. Why else would you call yourselves Caucasians if you don't know jack shit about the Caucasus Mountains? So South Ossetia, Abkhazia, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Russia, all these, are right there at the Caucasus Mountains. The embassy, okay? So the U.S. Embassy says they do not recognize, this is their wording, literally, verbatim. The U.S. does not recognize the legitimacy of the so-called presidential elections held in Georgia's South Ossetia region April 10th, and they will not acknowledge their outcome. Our position on Abkhazia and South Ossetia remains clear. These regions are integral parts of Georgia. They're not just a part of Georgia, they're integral parts of Georgia. No elections or a priori illegitimate referendums calling for incorporation of South Ossetia into Russia could change this. Accordingly, we reiterate our strong support for Georgia's sovereignty and territorial integrity with its international recognized borders. We need to get the United Nations in there. If the United Nations are in there, this is an election, and you cannot just boycott the election and pretend the election isn't going on. When he went into Crimea and held that fucking referendum, it was a referendum. And, most of them motherfuckers probably did want to be part of Russia. So what we got to do is win the fucking war of ideas. We only got 7 goddamn days. And you got these two, presidential candidates. This one guy's a KGB guy, and this other guy's a, basically a Russian stooge. So you got, one hardcore right-wing Russian stooge and then another hardcore right-wing Russian stooge. So probably the hardcore right-wing Russian stooge is going to win. Russia's brutal, unprovoked, unjustified war deliberately attacking Ukraine. The civilians in cities make it more important to stand up for these fundamental principles that are the foundation of international security architecture. That we therefore call upon Russia to immediately stop its war in Ukraine, its occupation of Georgia, fulfill all of its obligations under the 2008 ceasefire agreement, including the withdrawal of its forces to pre-conflict positions, reversal of its recognition of the Georgian regions of Abkhazia and South Ossetia as independent states, and provision of free access for humanitarian assistance to these regions. Okay, fantastic, America. Good statement, America. Very, very, So international reaction, Germany, Moldova, Romania, Czechia, they said they do not recognize the presidential elections, that they, the April 10th presidential elections. German government says it stands with Georgia, doesn't recognize the election. So there's some other foreign governments that's saying that these elections are bullshit. An election's an election. In America, my God, they're talking about, if they have a high turnout rate, if fucking 90% of South Ossetians go vote, I don't see how anybody in the world could say that that's not a legitimate. You could say it's not a legitimate election, but you don't understand democracy and you don't understand freedom. You don't understand republics. You don't understand a lot of shit. You don't understand a lot of shit. So, should I break this up into a couple videos? Yes, I will. Okay, so this is just part 1. The incoming president of South Ossetia. The incoming president of South Ossetia is going down. He's going down. So, Anatoly Bibilov, he said this, and this is interesting. He didn't win the first round of the presidential elections. Anatoly Bibilov, he had said, unification with Russia is our strategic goal. That's our path, the hope of our people, and we're going to move forward on that path. Later on, he's going to talk about all this evidence and shit that he collected in Mariupol that he was going to give to Russia. So this Anatoly Bibilov is just basically, Putin's fucking butthole liquor right there. It's his right-hand butthole liquor. Hey, where's my right-hand butthole liquor? The president of South Ossetia, Anatoly Bibilov? Yes. Yes. We will take the corresponding legal steps in the near future. The Republic of South Ossetia will not be silenced. And we will become a part of our historic homeland, Russia. The South Ossetian Russians are going to kick everybody's ass. Runoff election. Okay, so more to come about the South Ossetia election. And this is election. They voted on the damn thing. So hate Crimea shit. Only 6 people died. When Russia took Crimea, nobody fucking complained. Nobody objected. 6 people died. Well, not nobody. 3 people objected. And then they got killed. They killed 3 other people. And then, so 3 on one side and 3 on the other, I believe, is how it broke down.